sit-down video today. Sorry if you can hear a lady screaming outside. If you don't know, we live in Mexico City, and there's like this truck that goes around all the city picking up like your old refrigerators, your washing machines, beds, to like throw them in the dump or to sell them. I don't know what they do. But this is what it sounds like, if you can hear that. They're driving on our street right now. So I'm going to just wait for them to leave. Okay, so that's pretty quiet now. So today I am going to be doing a first trimester recap video, and I asked some of you guys on my Instagram if you had questions for me to answer. So I have some of those at the end of this video as well. But I just want to first start off by saying hello, I'm Sammy if you don't know. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you want to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be awesome. Right now, of course, as you can tell by the title of this video, I am pregnant. I'm in my second trimester. I am 17 weeks right now, and yeah, so I'm going to be recapping my first trimester. Let's just get into it. I have a little notepad, took notes so that I am concise and I don't take a whole lot of time. So first I will start off by just telling you guys how we found out. If you haven't seen the videos of me finding out and telling David and our family, go ahead and head back to my channel to watch those. But I found out at 5 weeks, and I was surprised to find out that they don't count from the week that you conceived. They count from when your last period was till when you are pregnant now. So that was news to me. I didn't know that they counted it from when your last period ended. So I found out when I was 5 weeks, and at that point I didn't really have like too many symptoms. By the way, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. I'm talking about pregnancy stuff in this video and symptoms, and so if you don't want to hear about the symptoms that I had during pregnancy, like maybe if you're a male watching this might not be the video for you. But anyways, the first symptom I had was just tender breasts, and I just thought I was going to start my period like any day, and that was at week 4, I guess. So I just felt like, okay, I'm going to start my period any day now. And then I was like 4 or 5 days late when I took my test. So the first few symptoms that I had other than the tender breasts was at week 6 is when the nausea started, and from week 6 to 13 or 14 is when I had nausea. In the very beginning, probably like week 6, week 7, it was only in the mornings. Like I needed to get up and eat something right away. And right when I found out I was pregnant, I started looking at videos on YouTube of like just what to expect. And so some of the videos that I saw, I will leave in the description bar as well in case any of you are newly pregnant. But it was all about like morning sickness and what helps your morning sickness. So for me personally, what helps me was eating a small meal every 2 hours, about 2 hours. But as soon as I started to feel hungry, I needed to eat something. So that was about every hour and a half, 2 hours in the beginning. So right when I woke up, I just ate something. It was at first just a banana to get something in my stomach, and then I moved to oatmeal to get something a little bit more sustainable. Okay, sorry if the lighting is changing a lot. The sun is coming in and out of clouds, and I'm having to mess with the lighting of the camera, but this should be fine. I will edit it. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I would just eat something more sustainable, like oatmeal, and I had to pack like snacks with me, and when we went to church, I had to pack a sandwich with me those first couple of weeks. Week 7 and 8, we were in Arizona, and this is when I started to feel exhaustion. I had one or 2 days. One day we went to bed at like midnight, and I woke up at I think like 11 a.m., like almost a full 12 hours of sleep. And then we woke up, David started to do some work on the couch. I had breakfast, I got ready, I laid on the couch while he was doing some work, and I fell asleep for like 2 hours. And then I was able to fall asleep perfectly normal that night. So I just was like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted. And then we came home from week 9 to like 12. I just was tired all the time. I had no motivation to do anything. All I wanted to do was like wake up, eat, lay on the couch, and sleep, honestly. So I was really exhausted from week 8 to probably like week 12. Week 12 we were in Vegas, and I still was really tired. Not as tired as week 8 and 9, but I was tired. And my nausea pretty much went away like week 14. That's when you're entering into your second trimester, it's like week 13. Now I don't feel as tired and as unmotivated. I feel pretty fine. I think the unmotivation is still kind of there, but I think I'm just pushing myself a lot more. But I definitely don't feel a sense of like I need a nap right now. That was kind of actually nice, and David was very supportive of me taking a nap those few weeks that I needed to. I skipped out on a lot of my Spanish lessons during those weeks because I just could not. When I was first pregnant, week 6, I did not like the smell of coffee or cinnamon. That was the only thing that I was like, ooh, I don't like the smell of that. Not that it made me sick, it just made me like make this face like, ugh, you know? And the thought of coffee just was like, I'm just not interested in it. Like, it doesn't gross me out, but I just don't want it. So I didn't drink any coffee from like basically when I found out I was pregnant until week 12 when we were in Vegas. I didn't have any cravings. I don't even know if this was a craving, but the only craving I think I had was when we were driving from Arizona to Nausea to come back to Mexico City. I wanted a gas station pickle, and it was the best gas station pickle I've ever had. It just was so good. So if you've never had a gas station pickle before in the US, you need to go get one. Don't get the spicy one because it's too spicy. But it's the pickle that's in the bag. You need to try it if you haven't tried it yet. They're bomb. So that was the only thing that I really had a craving for. In my first trimester, I just didn't have a normal appetite. Like, I didn't crave the normal foods that I craved. But I just felt like I didn't have my normal appetite. And probably around week 12, week 13 is when I started to get my normal appetite back. So like I said, week 12 and 13 we were in Las Vegas for Christmas, and this is when I started to drink coffee again, and mind you, that was only like 1 cup of coffee a day, and I felt like going to Vegas was like a reset on my taste buds and a reset on my appetite. Those were the only symptoms I had my first trimester. And I just want to talk about some of the products that I have been using during pregnancy. There's not too many, but I started using Stretch Mark cream like right away. I just wanted to get into the habit of it because one fact about me is I hate putting on lotion with my whole heart. I hate the feeling of lotion on my body. I hate the feeling of lotion between my fingers. It's the grossest feeling to me. I don't like it, and I'm very lazy when it comes to putting on lotion. So I just thought I should start getting into the habit now before my belly starts to grow. So I just started to use product like week 7 and 8. My sister-in-law told me what she used, and she doesn't have any stretch marks, so I was in the beginning using jojoba oil. You can get that at Trader Joe's. And in that I put a few drops of lavender essential oil and frankincense. I have since ran out of my frankincense essential oils, so I still use the jojoba oil. She actually used jojoba oil with coconut oil, with those two essential oils. I just haven't bought coconut oil. But also my friend gave me the Palmer's like belly butter, I think it's called. I'll leave a link to it in the description box. But since I received that, I've just been using that every night. I did buy Prego drops, I think they're called, which are like those hard candies. You can find them on Amazon to help with your nausea. I didn't find that they like helped a lot, but if we were in the car and I was starting to get nauseous, I would pop one of those in my mouth just to get me through the car ride, and that helped, but it didn't like sustain me. If I was nauseous, I needed to eat something. I didn't need a candy. So I found for me, I just needed to eat a small meal, and what helped me again was like a protein and a carb together is what really kept me full for like a long amount of time, so I wouldn't get nauseous again. But I did use those Prego drops. I still have like a big container of them though. I'll just save them for the next pregnancy maybe. And the prenatal vitamins that I'm taking are Ritual, not sponsored. I buy it with my own money, but Ritual, if you want to sponsor me, I would not say no. But I just really loved that you could source back where your supplements and where the ingredients are coming from. On their website, they tell you like what the ingredients in your prenatal vitamin is and where you can find it. And that just made me feel at peace knowing, okay, I know what I'm putting in my body and this is a good vitamin. So I've been using those along with a calcium vitamin that my doctor recommended to me. Like I said, the videos I watched were very helpful in the very beginning to know how to ease my morning sickness. I would say from week like 6 to 8, it was mostly just in the morning. But then from week 8 to when I finished week 14, it just was like kind of all during the day. Like if I didn't keep a full stomach, I was going to get nauseous. So those are like the products that I'm using. Another account that I've been following, and I am like watching her stories and videos regularly, is Taking Cara Babies. I will leave the link down below. It's like Taking Cara, C-A-R-A, her name, Babies. So her Instagram is very helpful. She has a course on like getting your newborns or your babies to sleep during the night. A friend from Las Vegas, she's the one who told me about her course. I'm not taking the course yet. I haven't bought it, but a lot of information that I've gotten about sleeping patterns and schedule for your newborn has been just from her highlights, her story highlights. So I really recommend that if you are a new mom or you're expecting your first baby. Just watch all of her videos. The appointments that we've had so far, we had an appointment week 5 and we found out we had an ultrasound, and I'll leave like a little clip of the ultrasound that we saw right up here. But it was like the size of a little peanut, like just so small, and like what the heck is that thing? And then our next appointment was week 9, and obviously it was a little bigger. It was starting to look like a human a little bit more, but still looked like a shrimp. I'll leave that video here as well. And week 11 was our next appointment, trying to look like a human being, and we definitely saw movement on that video, which was like so crazy to see. We heard the heartbeat, I think, at week 9. And then our latest appointment was week 15, and that was just on January 15th, actually. So that was like, we saw the spine, we saw the rib cage, our doctor was able to tell the gender, which I don't know the gender yet. David does know. We're having a gender reveal in March, so that's when I will find out the gender. But we saw a lot of movement. I think week 9 was the first time we saw movement, just like a little wiggle. And since then, like, the baby moves a lot. I am at week 17. I currently cannot feel the baby because I don't know what I'm feeling for yet. But I'm like looking for those butterfly movements, or I've been told it feels like a fish flopping in your stomach, so I'm looking for that as well. But I haven't been able to feel the baby yet. So probably in the next like week or two, hopefully I will feel the baby move, and I just can't wait for that. So now I'm going to answer some questions that you guys left me on Instagram. I'm going to try to go through these like rapid fire. So one question is, when did you start showing? I thought I started showing, well, not showing, but I felt like I was getting bigger at week 7 and week 8 when we were in Arizona. But I think during pregnancy you just get bloated a lot easier. So I think I just was bloated. When I started to show really was, I think, like week 11. Week 11 was like a little baby bump. But now that I'm like 16, 17 weeks, that's when I feel my belly has popped a little bit more. Last week, that week, my belly popped. So I will leave a photo right here of like what I look like right now, since my belly is down here. This is what I look like currently, week 17. So I feel like maybe week 12 is when you start showing and you just cannot button your pants. That was at least for me. Do I feel like the baby is a girl or a boy? During the first couple weeks, I thought it was a boy because I want a girl so bad. Like, I really want a girl. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get a boy because I want a girl so bad. Which I'm fine with. I just have to wrap my head around the idea of a boy. I just want a healthy baby. But I have since had 3 dreams that I am having a girl. 2 of the dreams I've like given birth to a girl, and then one dream was at the reveal, it was a girl. So I kind of feel like it's a girl now. Did it hurt when my belly started to stretch? No. It's still so tiny, it doesn't hurt. You just feel bloated, honestly. But it doesn't hurt. I think maybe when it hurts is like when you're at the end of your pregnancy, like the last month when you just really pop, and that's when you like stretch. I don't know yet because I'm not there, so I will let you know. Come back for the 3rd trimester recap video. What were some of my early symptoms? I kind of answered that already. When did I stop fitting into my clothes properly? Like I said, week 7 and 8, I felt like I was squeezing into my jeans. Like, I just felt so bloated. Probably, I could still kind of fit into my jeans week 12 when we were in Vegas. I could button my pants, but they really were tight. So I would say week 12, 13 is when I just was like uncomfortable to fit in my jeans. I wear looser tops anyways, so I'm still wearing my tops. But now I wear pregnancy pants. I'm like in between my normal jeans. I cannot fit in them, but I am not filling out the maternity pants yet. So I feel like I'm still in between. Were we trying, or was it a surprise? We were trying. We were trying for about 7 months. We were just starting the process of seeing if there were things wrong with either David or myself. We were going to start, and then we got pregnant. So 7 months in the grand scheme of things isn't a long time, but when you're in it, you're asking yourself, like, why isn't this going faster? Like, shouldn't I be pregnant right now? So you definitely start to question a lot of things when you're trying and you're not getting pregnant right away. But I will say, it is harder than the world makes it seem. It takes a long time to get pregnant sometimes. So, but it took us 7 months. And then the last one is just advice to the ones who will be moms someday. My advice, man, what is my advice? I just advise you to enjoy those first couple of months. Even when you're sick and you're tired, just let yourself be tired and try to communicate to your partner that, hey, my body is going through a lot right now. It is building a human and I need to rest. And hopefully they will receive that and they will let you rest. But that is your excuse. You are creating life in your body. And that baby is taking all of your vitamins, all of your energy. So you need to rest. Enjoy that time. Honestly, don't stress getting pregnant either. I do have friends who are still trying, who've been trying for a long time. And just trust that the path that like God has you on is His will, and He has a purpose for the time that you're in, whether that's trying, whether that's you're just newly married, whether that is you're at your toilet throwing up because of morning sickness. Like, He has a plan and a purpose for all of those seasons, and He wants to show you something in those seasons, so just enjoy it. That's my advice so far. Come back for the next video. Maybe I will have different advice, but yeah, just enjoy the season that you're in is my advice to you guys and myself as well. But those are all the questions that I have. This is my first trimester recap video. If you guys have any further questions, you guys can comment down below. I will get to those as soon as I can, and I will leave in the description box the links to the videos that I found helpful. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!